My family's safety has been put on the line due to your actions.
No more Bruno at No Jumper. No more Smack at No Jumper. We gone, man. Me personally, I feel amazing, man.
Adam22 built one of hip-hop's biggest media platforms from the ground up, turning a small idea into a major force in the culture. But as fast as it rose, everything started falling apart. One move after another pushed away his team, drained money, and damaged the reputation he spent years building.
We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit.
The warning signs were there from the start, but the real question is, what pushed everything past the breaking point? Adam Grandmaison came out of New Hampshire with no real connection to hip-hop and no background in that world at all. His first run in content came from BMX, where he built a brand called On the Come Up. That move gave him the game plan for what was next. By 2015 and 2016, he launched No Jumper as a hip-hop blog, but it quickly turned into something way bigger, a podcast network and YouTube machine. The formula was clean and simple. Sit down with rising rappers and give them a spotlight before the industry caught on. And during the wild SoundCloud era, Adam saw the wave early and moved fast. TK, Lil Xan, and the late Lil Peep all had their music pushed through the channel, making No Jumper the spot everybody was watching. A lot of those videos are still sitting at the top of the whole platform, even 9 or 10 years later. Adam caught a wave that most media people ignored, and he got there before the room got crowded. That is how you turn nothing into real clout. But even with the views going crazy, he was still the new face at the function. The outsider trying to get respect in a culture that knew he was not from it. At one point, even Dame Dash had him pay for a haircut just to get the interview, and Adam accepted that loss without making noise. To him, getting major names on camera was worth the money, because for a while, the cash was coming in heavy from every side.
What does the whole brand make in a month or in a year?
No Jumper might bring in $1 million a month.
The platform was reportedly pulling in wild numbers, with Patreon bringing 6 figures a month and Facebook alone dropping a few 100,000 monthly. That kind of money can mess with anybody's head. That was boss-level cash, the kind that makes a person feel like nothing can touch them. And then the pandemic came through, but instead of slowing the momentum down, it launched everything to another level. Views doubled, and some months they even tripled. Across the channels, YouTube was doing tens of millions of views every month, while Snapchat and Facebook were sometimes bringing in 6 figures by themselves. It looked like No Jumper had cracked the code, but that much money and attention always comes with pressure. Everybody was stuck in the house with nothing to do, and No Jumper was feeding people content nonstop like a 24-hour hip-hop media spot. Adam saw the attention pouring in, and like a lot of people do when the money keeps hitting, he started moving like the cash would never slow down.
We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit.
He reportedly spent close to $4 million on a huge warehouse and studio, then brought in editors, staff, hosts, and new shows like he was building an empire overnight. The roster got packed with names like Lil Housephone, AD, TRell, Sharp, and Lush. In Adam's mind, the plan was simple. More shows meant more content, and more content meant more money. And for a while, that machine really was printing. He bet big that the growth would never stop. The mortgage alone was reportedly over $20,000 a month, and that was before property taxes, insurance, repairs, and all the little costs that sneak up and drain the account. Then the pandemic cooled off, people went back outside, and No Jumper's numbers came crashing back to reality. But the bills did not care, the overhead stayed massive, and the business kept bleeding money month after month. YouTube views dropped back to normal. Snapchat and Facebook money reportedly got cut by 80% or more. Patreon, once one of the biggest cash engines, started sliding too. The money was drying up from every direction, and Adam was left carrying a huge building, a crowded staff, and a monthly burn rate the platform could no longer handle. The gap between the money coming in and the money going out was getting ugly fast. And cash problems were not the only issue building up around Adam. There was another problem growing in plain sight, and it was tied to the kind of content No Jumper was becoming. From the beginning, No Jumper carried a strange balance. On one side, Adam built a lane by giving underground artists a real platform before labels or bigger media outlets paid attention. That helped launch careers and put fresh talent in front of millions. But on the other side, the content started shifting hard away from music and deeper into street drama, personal conflict, and headline-chasing controversy. That line between covering the culture and turning conflict into clicks started looking thinner and thinner. and a lot of people began questioning how far Adam was willing to push it for views. One early moment that raised eyebrows was the Bunk Gang interview, where Bunk showed up appearing heavily impaired and clearly not in the best state for a sit-down. Adam reportedly tried to stop the interview at first, but the footage still ended up online and exploded to around 5 million views. Then there was the Trippie Redd interview, where Adam pushed questions about the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, trying to tap into an already tense topic. Trippie was not feeding into it and brushed right past the bait, leaving the moment awkward on camera, and moments like that started stacking up fast. Bit by bit, the way people in the culture viewed Adam started changing. More critics began throwing labels at him and questioning his role in hip-hop media. And the pressure got louder when people outside the no-jumper circle started showing up and challenging him directly. One of the harshest confrontations came when a critic directly challenged Adam over the kind of content No Jumper was pushing. The accusation was serious, that the platform was making money from the pain, loss, and trauma connected to violent conflicts involving young black men. There was no soft delivery, no careful wording, just a straight challenge in front of the cameras. The critic argued that behind every headline and every viral clip were real families dealing with real grief, while the platform was earning ad revenue from the attention those stories pulled in. Adam pushed back by saying the people appearing on the platform also gained exposure and benefited from the audience. But that answer did not settle the criticism. When asked directly whether the platform was profiting from these deeply personal and painful situations, Adam answered plainly.
I mean, incidentally, yes, I am monetizing it because when we make content on YouTube, it's monetized by default.
He admitted that the content was monetized as part of the business model and said there was clear audience demand for it. He did not deny how the system worked. He framed it from a business angle. And for a moment, some viewers respected the honesty, even if they did not agree with it. But whatever support he still had took a major hit when Adam decided to sit down with Blockstar, the man convicted in connection to Pop Smoke's case. That decision alone sent the internet into chaos. People were already heated about giving that kind of spotlight to someone tied to such a tragic case. Then the interview dropped, and the backlash got even louder because viewers felt the conversation showed very little reflection or remorse about what happened.
It wasn't intentional. I'm not sorry about nothing. It should never happen, but I ain't sorry. Feel me? Like, if I could go back, I'll go back, but I ain't sorry.
Adam tried to explain it away by saying the interview was about documenting history and preserving the story for the record. He jumped on Instagram and gave his side, trying to control the narrative and calm the backlash.
I didn't do that interview because I don't care. That's what a lot of people seem to think, is that Adam just doesn't give a f. That's not the case at all.
But the response was rough. A lot of people in the hip-hop community were not buying that explanation at all. To them, it looked like proof that No Jumper was willing to platform almost anybody, no matter how controversial the situation, as long as it brought attention and views. That interview burned through a lot of the trust Adam still had left, and the criticism around his role in the culture got louder than ever. But while Adam was catching heat from the outside, things inside No Jumper were starting to fall apart too. And this part got way more personal, way more chaotic, and way messier. The team that helped build the platform during its strongest run was starting to crack under pressure, and those cracks were about to split wide open in public. The breaking point came from a moment that changed how a lot of people looked at Adam altogether. During one episode, a transgender guest appeared on the show and, in the middle of the conversation, publicly revealed private information about Lil Housephone involving a past personal relationship. That single moment sparked tension inside the team and set off a chain reaction nobody could stop.
Never mind.
Come on, let's hear the
No,
impression.
I was going to impersonate someone that I shouldn't have.
Oh, come on. You've already sold out entire life here.
Things got tense fast and the situation escalated almost instantly. The guest made it clear they felt no reason to keep the private history quiet, and the conversation took a sharp turn right there on camera.
I sign NDAs and I take them very seriously, so just letting everybody
you didn't
know
get
that.
one I'm guessing?
He didn't convey me. Okay.
Housephone was caught completely off guard. Private details about his personal life, things that were never meant for public discussion, were suddenly exposed in front of a massive audience. For a lot of viewers, it felt like a serious breach of trust. And to make matters worse, this was not the first time Adam had faced criticism over how he handled sensitive moments involving Housephone. There had already been backlash over past jokes Adam made about painful family issues Housephone had opened up about publicly.
He beat the shit out of my mom one time and I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes, and he literally almost killed her.
Housephone had shared something personal and emotional, and many felt it should have been treated with more care instead of being turned into a joke.
Oh, now you're gonna have another weird phone call.
I know, right? I know. Actually,
Your uncle gonna be like, you know this guy in a little house phone?
After the on-air incident, Housephone reached out to Adam directly and said it clear: do not air that segment. He called, sent texts, and made his position impossible to misunderstand.
it didn't even sound like you was even listening to me when I called you on the phone.
Housephone already had a feeling about how it would play out. He had been around Adam long enough to believe that when tough choices came up, the content usually came first.
I asked you not to put it out. I asked you not to put it out.
You asked me to edit it out.
I asked you not to put it out. The first thing that I said was, can you not put it out?
But Adam released the episode anyway, and that decision sparked a major fallout that split the No Jumper team down the middle. What followed turned into one of the most uncomfortable and intense moments in the platform's history. Housephone confronted Adam over what he felt was a weak apology on air, calling it out directly and making it clear he was not letting it slide. Then Adam fired back by bringing up the passing of Housephone's mother, a deeply personal loss that had already been part of earlier controversy.
Talking about the person that f***ing raised me?
Are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
That moment hit hard and changed the entire energy inside No Jumper from that point forward. Everybody around Adam saw that moment unfold and came away with a clear message. To many of them, it felt like loyalty and friendship could be pushed aside when the show was on the line. The way personal and painful situations were brought into public conversations made people question where the boundaries really were.
This is my podcast, and I'm willing to hear out other people's opinions, but if your opinion is that I should have sat there and took that, get the f*** out of here. It's not happening.
It's my podcast.
Then Adam said it plain. It's my podcast. He said it like a statement of full control, and that line hit everybody in the room hard. It was a reminder that, at the end of the day, the platform belonged to him and the final call was always his. But to some on the roster, that also made them feel like their place could change at any moment depending on the direction of the show. The fallout came fast. D and TRell, two of the most recognized and loyal voices on No Jumper, decided to step away together. Their exit was a major shift because they had helped shape the platform's strongest era and build its connection with the audience.
Today, we put in our resignation papers today, man. Yeah, man, we left the fort, man. No more AD at No Jumper.
And they were far from the only ones who ended up leaving.
No more Duno at No Jumper. No more Smack at No Jumper. We gone, man. Me personally, I feel amazing, man.
That wave of people leaving hit No Jumper hard. The platform lost some of the voices and personalities that gave it real energy and made it feel like a team instead of just a business built around one person. When key figures walked out, the chemistry that helped build the brand took a major hit. Adam said afterward that he learned from the fallout, but a lot of people felt his next moves told a different story. Instead of shifting back to the long-form interviews with rising rappers, the same style that helped build No Jumper in the first place, he leaned even harder into chaos and confrontation. Guest arguments and heated moments started going viral, and the platform's identity began changing fast. What once felt like one of the strongest hip-hop podcasts started looking very different. The chemistry that made the show connect with fans was fading, replaced by tension, unpredictability, and a vibe many viewers said felt forced. Then the pressure moved beyond the studio and into Adam's personal life, and that brought a whole new level of public attention. The choices he made outside the podcast started creating headlines of their own, and that attention spilled directly into the No Jumper brand in ways content alone could not fix. Adam and his wife, adult content creator Lena the Plug, had openly talked about having an open relationship. But things became a huge topic online when Adam publicly discussed helping arrange for Lena to film a scene with adult performer Jason Love, even breaking down the situation during an interview with Vlad TV. Adam explained that the idea had been discussed between him and Lena for months, even before they got married. According to him, it was a business move from the start, built to bring maximum attention and drive as many OnlyFans subscriptions as possible. In his mind, it was strategy, plain and simple. When the scene finally dropped, the internet exploded in a way Adam did not seem fully prepared for. The reaction was massive and non-stop, turning into one of the biggest online stories for weeks. Major creators, commentators, and public figures all started talking about it, and social media ran wild with memes and viral edits. One TikTok format tied to the situation spread everywhere and became impossible to ignore. But the real tension started when Jason Love began doing interviews of his own and made public comments comparing himself to Adam in ways that instantly fueled even more headlines. Adam was clearly upset and said those comments crossed a professional line. In response, he posted a TikTok saying Jason Love would not be working with Lena again in the future. That TikTok alone pulled around 5 million views, proving just how locked in the audience was. And instead of stepping away from the noise, Adam leaned straight into it and treated the entire moment like a full-blown viral marketing run. From a business angle, it paid off in a huge way. The content reportedly turned into one of the biggest moneymakers on their OnlyFans. Lena brought in millions, and their shared brand, Plug Talk, reportedly saw profits climb fast. But in the hip-hop world, all the money and numbers did not change how people looked at it. The criticism around Adam got even louder, and the labels people were putting on him stuck hard. He tried to debate the meaning behind those labels and push back on the internet's framing, but most people were not trying to hear it. In that space, perception was already locked in. At the same time, people online started picking apart how Adam and Lena interacted publicly. Every comment, every clip, and every interview got analyzed heavy by the internet. There were also rumors that, despite earlier statements about cutting ties, Lena and Jason Love continued working together. That only added more fuel to the online conversation and kept the headlines rolling. Then came the boxing match, and this is where things got even bigger. In January 2026, Adam22 and Jason Love stepped into a celebrity boxing event promoted by Adam Ross. For a lot of viewers, this looked like Adam's chance to settle things publicly and change the conversation around him. But the result went the exact opposite way. The fight ended in a first-round TKO, reportedly lasting around a minute. Adam looked outmatched early, and the referee stopped it before things could go much further. The clip spread everywhere and instantly became another huge viral moment. Then the internet piled on even more when Lena appeared at the event as a ring girl and made comments afterward about Jason that social media took and ran with. That sparked another flood of memes, reactions, and non-stop jokes across every platform, keeping Adam at the center of the storm once again. Online, people were calling the whole situation one of the wildest public spectacles they had seen in a long time. The criticism was non-stop, and for Adam, who had spent years building himself into a recognizable name in hip-hop media, the public image damage was getting deeper by the day. In a culture where image, respect, and reputation matter heavy, every headline was hitting harder than the last. Then things escalated again when Adam launched a show called For the Love of Lena, a reality-style series built around finding new partners for his wife. That move shocked a lot of people and pushed even more debate online. For many in hip-hop circles, whatever credibility Adam still had left took another major hit. But while his public image was taking damage, one thing still looked strong on paper: the business. No Jumper was still active, still posting daily, and still holding around 4 million subscribers with multiple shows running at once. From the outside, it looked like the machine was still moving. But behind the scenes, the numbers were telling a much uglier story. Revenue pressure was building, costs were stacking up, and the financial squeeze was getting tighter from every angle. And before the money problems fully became public, Adam had already taken another hit with his own fan base, one that made rebuilding trust feel almost impossible. Adam got pulled into a crypto controversy tied to the Solana blockchain when he publicly announced involvement in a coin called KuCoin just minutes before its launch. The coin reportedly jumped fast, rising from around a $500,000 market cap to nearly $4 million in a short window. But not long after, major sell-offs crashed the value back down hard, leaving many people questioning what really happened. To critics, it looked like a classic pump-and-dump situation, and the backlash came quick. What made it hit even harder was the irony. Back in 2021, Adam had publicly criticized crypto schemes and NFTs, calling a lot of them worthless digital plays. Now people were accusing him of stepping into the exact same kind of move he once called out. Then YouTube investigator Coffeezilla got involved and started digging. He brought receipts, screenshots, and public questions that pushed the controversy even further into the spotlight. In private messages that later became public, Coffeezilla reportedly warned Adam not to launch a coin at all, saying it could end badly either way. Then came the financial bombshell. In April 2025, Adam uploaded a video titled, "No Jumper is Going Broke," and openly admitted the company was losing serious money and that the situation could not stay hidden anymore. Later, In a separate interview with DJ Vlad, he tried to explain how everything got to that point. Adam started laying out the numbers in public, showing just how deep the financial problems had gotten. One of the biggest blows came when No Jumper's Instagram account, built up over nearly a decade, was suddenly deleted without warning and with no clear explanation. There were reportedly no strikes on the account, which made the loss even more shocking. That page was a major source of income. Sponsored posts were bringing in steady money, and once the account disappeared, that revenue stream vanished almost overnight. Then more pressure hit when former employee Harmius Yuri filed a lawsuit alleging wrongful termination, while another former employee, Riley G., made claims of workplace misconduct. Adam pushed back hard, calling the situation an attempt to pressure him.
Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it still cost us a ton of money already.
And with legal costs reportedly climbing into the hundreds of thousands, he started making major cuts fast. Adam moved fast to cut costs. In a short stretch, he let go of around 15 employees, shut down the No Jumper store on Melrose in Los Angeles, and put the warehouse up for sale. During his interview with DJ Vlad, Adam admitted he wished he had kept the operation lean from the start, even pointing to Vlad's simpler business model as the kind of setup he should have followed all along. But the biggest cloud over everything came from a federal case that changed the whole conversation. When the Big U federal RICO indictment became public, it reportedly included No Jumper co-host Brick Baby and recurring guest Loose Cannon. That instantly brought more heat to the platform and raised serious questions about who was connected to what. Then WAC 100 revealed on Adam's own platform that federal agents had contacted him.
Oh, man, I just called my attorney to try to get him down there so Adam don't be doing no telling, bro.
Man, they saying Adam's locked up.
Adam later clarified that he was not arrested and that he was cooperating. But by then, the damage to the brand had already spread. A lot of people started looking at No Jumper differently, questioning whether interviews and footage could become part of bigger investigations. That shift changed the energy in the room. Guests started watching every word and moving way more carefully on camera. One moment that stood out was when rapper Lee Rai quietly signaled to a friend to slow down during a conversation. Another guest, X4, reportedly went silent when Adam asked about a sensitive street topic, forcing the interview to switch directions completely.
I saw this video that alleged that it was you involved in this crazy ass out. What was that situation?
That silence said more than words ever could.
Maybe it might not have been you. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was me.
The energy around No Jumper had changed, and everybody could feel it. Conversations that once felt loose and natural now carried tension, and every interview felt heavier than before. By the end of 2025, even Adam admitted the brand was at one of its lowest points ever. The momentum that once made No Jumper feel unstoppable was fading, and the public could see it. Critics and longtime rivals were watching the downfall closely, and some were openly reacting to every setback.
These just fall flat on concrete every time. It never f***ing fail.
Even longtime viewers jumped into comment sections with strong opinions. One Reddit user wrote, "From a guy who has been watching since 2015, this is so satisfying." That kind of reaction showed just how far public perception had shifted. At that point, Adam was even promoting direct response perks on X, offering personal replies to supporters paying $5 a month through YouTube memberships. From being one of the biggest names in hip-hop media to pushing paid replies for $5, that is the kind of fall people notice fast. It is what happens when a platform built on momentum starts cracking under pressure, bad decisions, and non-stop controversy.
For Adam, this must be really painful. At one point, he was viewed as among the biggest players in hip-hop that people flock to every month.
And that is the story of Adam22, a guy who built something real and created a platform that genuinely helped shape moments in hip-hop media. No Jumper changed the game at one point, no question. But over time, the choices, the risks, the public fallout, and the business pressure all started stacking up until the whole foundation began to shake. Even now, Adam keeps pushing. He is still posting content, still streaming, and still trying to keep the brand alive. But the version of No Jumper that once felt like a major force in the culture does not feel the same anymore. And a lot of people can see that shift clear as day. So what do you think? Was Adam's downfall just bad timing and bad luck, or was it the result of the moves he made himself? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. And if you rocked with this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share this with somebody, and comment below. Hit the next video on your screen and stay locked in for more.